Hello there, fellow Dragon Tamers, it's Tulip, and I'm back for another speculation video, and this one's going to be about the theoretical new single-player mode for Splatoon 2. So without further ado, let's get started. So it starts on a typical day in Inkopolis Square. However, you notice a new mysterious figure wearing a kimono, who's actually not Marie. And you find her just peeking around the wall from the Off the Hook news studio. Curiously, you go towards the mysterious figure, and she disappears behind the wall. After you turn around the corner, you see that she's not there, and instead there's a doorway that you can go through. Once you go through the doorway, you go for the customization options. In the customization options, you're going to find that instead of Inklings, you're going to be playing as Octolings, and you have a choice of playing as an Octoling girl or an Octoling boy. So you choose one and then go through the same customizations as Inkling, hairstyle, eye color, skin tone, and pants. Then after you're happy with the customization you decided to go with, you move on, and the place you actually go to is actually Octo Valley, but this time the shack the Captain Cuttlefish resided in is actually destroyed. But you meet the mysterious figure standing by the rubble of the shack. Then she greets you and introduces herself as Callie. Then she goes on to explain that you're part of an Octarian group called the Octo Rebels, and that you're fighting another Octarian group that goes by the name of Octo Tyrants. And the Octo Tyrants are actually the group of Octarians who are still loyal to DJ Octavio and are trying to keep the Octo Rebels from reaching Inkopolis. Callie explains that you're part of the Octo Rebels and you're trying to help your fellow Octo Rebels friends to arrive at Inkopolis, where they can have a better life and be allied with the Inklings. After the talk with Callie, you go on with your journey into Octo Valley again. And you start seeing some familiar enemies that were present in the original game, but not present in that were not present at all in this game. And that enemy is and those enemies are the Octoballs. They got and this time they also have a tougher variation called the Deluxe Octoballs. The Deluxe Octoballs would actually roll at you at a much faster pace, which would make your reaction time smaller. As you keep going on along with your journey, you start collecting sunken scrolls as normal, but this set of sunken scrolls will actually reveal more lore about the Octarians themselves, like the Octoling having a different growth process than the rest of the Octarians, or even where male Octolings were hiding all these years. You eventually arrive in levels that are based off of multiplayer stages, and another enemy that returns from the first game is the Octo Striker. Instead of an Ink Strike that it launches, instead it'll launch Tenta missiles at you. So once it sees you, it'll launch Tenta missiles at you, and you have to avoid them. What's worse is that you be usually congested to linear parts of the levels. So you have to be a lot more careful. And another thing is that this time, just like the Octoling stages from the original single player mode of Splatoon 2, you're going to have to find all 8 mini Zap fishes. You clear the level just normally, you defeat the Octo Striker, and you keep moving on. After defeating the Octo Striker, there's someone new that Callie wanted you to meet, and what do you know? It is none other than Marina, and she starts out being very excited seeing her favorite pop star also being someone who's helping the cause. And it is discovered that Marina has been gathering blueprints for the weapons used by Octolings. And since you start out with an Octo Shot, she asks you to use a specific Octoling-like weapon in each of the levels. So you use them to gather data. As you keep moving on your journey throughout Octo Valley, collecting power eggs, sardinium, and the occasional Crush's Sean ticket, you find another multiplayer stage-based level. And in this level, you will find a new enemy type, which is the male Octoling. Unlike the female Octolings, the male Octolings are actually more aggressive, so they'll keep following once they see you, and until they're splatted. And later on, you'll find elite versions of the male Octolings. Later on, you'll find that Callie was kidnapped by DJ Octavio again. And this time, DJ Octavio has prepared a boss gauntlet for you to take on as a final mission before you fight him. However, do not worry. Between the boss fights, there are checkpoints that you take. So you fight against the Great Octo Weapon first, and then you go up against the Splatoon 2 bosses. And finally, you go up against DJ Octavio for the final time. However, this time has captured Marie as well, and Pearl, along with Callie, so he hypnotizes Callie to join his side, in which then it's just a one-on-one battle against him. This time, you do the same thing as defeating him, and then after defeating him, everyone is rescued, and the credits play. After the credits, you're rewarded with 2 sets of Octoling armor, and the ability to play as Octolings in the multiplayer mode. And that was a story I came up with for a theoretical new single player mode for Splatoon 2. So yeah, if you guys liked the video, hit the like button, and if you want to be part of the TK Dragon tournaments, then subscribe to my channel to know whenever my newer videos come out. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Oh, and don't forget to check out the amazing artists who made these fan-made artworks. They're in the description below.